disclosed or not. Many people, even advocates, gets this one panicked. The woman's identity was disclosed, and there's huge discussions take place in media and all that. So what is exactly, whether the victim's identity is required to be disclosed or not? If that is not disclosed, why it should not be disclosed? So creating awareness about the legal rights of women, that is the work which we do. We have our own funding, which we do state-wise, then we do district-wise. But there is a procedure on website that the institutions who are used to hold the legal rights, they can apply to us for district, then for city, then for state. And they have to take good workshops. But normally we give more emphasis to the rural areas, because the law has to be reached to the poorest of poor, and the people who are marginalized and victimized, and that is normally our concern. So creating awareness, legal awareness is our main reason. We go to colleges, we go to now gender sensitization, sensitization in education system, because people see उसको फांसी पे चढ़ा दो, उसका castration कर दो, उसको police करो, एक इसमें police force करो. Then we need to create an awareness. Suppose you do castration, is it going to prevent or not? How much we are going to prevent? Then death sentence is given to the rape victim. When there is no murder take place, what are the pros and cons? Then is the deprivation or rape committed on women has got many other aspects that need to be. If a patriarchal society teaches that kind of a values, then the police officer also comes from the patriarchal values only, he is bound to behave that way. The victim is also from the same society. So how to create gender equal education in the system, how to introduce the equality and gender sensitization in education itself, right from beginning, so that when child grows, he will see that my sister, my wife, my everybody is an equal citizen, and you cannot do injustice. No citizen, men and women are equal, and we have to see the dignity of a woman, status of a woman is, held high. That is, it's a long term. Then short term में क्या कर सकते हैं, like that we did in Justice Verma's this one. Now acid attack, it was never an act. It was only those who are lawyers, they know that under Indian Penal Code, it was only 326 of Indian Penal Code. But there was a grievous hurt, causing grievous hurt and grievous injuries by any deadly weapon or otherwise also. But the injury was has to be grievous, and it is so dangerous that it should be little less than 307. But the growing acid attack cases were so much on rise that because of denial from the woman to man, the culprit they are throwing acid on a woman because she is a woman and she is saying no to me. So 80% of the cases which are where the victim is has been a prey to the acid attack because he has been rejected, and 10% is mistaken in identity because somebody hires, like Supari we call it, and he throws acid on her, but they are less than 10%. And this is happening in certain states much more, where a no from a woman is not accepted at all. So that's why new act has been made, 326A and 326B. 326A says it is 10 years and up to life imprisonment. That is a Women's Commission's work, and it has been brought into a new anti-rape law bill, or you can say New Criminal Amendments Act 2013. The Women's Commission has played a major role in bringing Justice Verma's contributing our this one. In that, voyeurism has become an offence, stalking has become an offence, 354 ABC have been well defined now. It was only depriving of modesty, but what is depriving of modesty? So if a woman is taking bath, if her clothes are exposed, somebody takes photograph without, even everything has been brought in this new, that is the Commission has played very vital role in amendments of Act. Then 326A has become 10 years. Attempt to cause 326B is now punishable up to 6 years or 7 years, something like that. Now again, I have taken interest in that, and I am proposing that 326A, where there is actually not only attempt, but the victim has been, and her face has been so much disfigured, and her loss of vision. It is almost that she is just surviving. I have cases like Preeti Rathi. Same thing had happened. Her life would have been useless even after survival. In such cases, that her life is no life at all. Even if she had survived, the face was so badly damaged. There was a loss of one vision for no fault of hers. Her life is without, it's as good as no life. Then how a person can get only 10 years imprisonment? He will come out of it where she will suffer whole life like that. In such cases, it has to be life imprisonment like that. And then now also we have suggested that sale of domestic asset or a sale of asset in domestic market should be totally banned. And Justice Lodha has given the judgment that sale of asset in a domestic market, there is no need. Whoever wants to buy can come buy under the industrial license. If they really require for business purpose license, they can. But if it is so easily available, anybody can, like how certain medicines can be given with only doctor's signature. They are categorized. Nobody can just go and buy. And if when you buy, they write your name so that a victim is aware that I am identified. Suppose he does something, he will be immediately, now what is happening, anonymity is one of the reasons for committing and going away. So these are the changes which Women's Commission has been making. Now my friend also said that domestic violence bill has been turned into act. Now it has been turned, but we have to create a lot of awareness to see to it that women get justice. Because our domestic servant, many people say, "Arey, उसका तो husband उसको कर नहीं रहा, पता नहीं क्या करेंगे." So we have to train lawyers, we have to train prosecutors, we have to train judges to see that how to pass orders. Because judges also have the same patriarchal mindset for another 20 years it is going to be. So these are something new. And what is happening is, I always say that a marriage institute, which is, I'll take another 5 minutes, the marriage institute which is actually created, it is created to see that family coexistence, good matrimonial relations and good society. But if the same matrimonial relations are not having peace in the family, just that marriage should be there. If we can impose that family life upon that woman and she continues to get violence at home, then these laws have come. Now these laws have also come because the society has accepted that patriarchal society cannot impose their own values upon a woman. She also has a right to dignity and dignity of life and etc. If she cannot, the husband's duty is there to see that her house, separate house is given, alimony is given, emotional support is given, compensation financial is given. Now right to, that is what the Domestic Violence Act Commission had played very important in sexual harassment at workplace. Many women now are going out of the house, they are the breadwinners of the family and they are looking after rearing, caring of children and also earning. Because she is earning, she requires a job, there is a bad atmosphere in the office place and the employer's duty is there to see that the employee is treated properly. She is coming for the job, it is your duty and you cannot take disadvantage and exploit her mentally, physically or victimization, etc. Things are of course moving positively. Now we are coming on surrogacy because women's bodies also, their wombs are being exploited for money. So surrogacy also we are coming with new. Recently I have taken a lot of initiative in this maternal, this Termination of Pregnancy Act, which was only Nikita Mehta's judgment, where the lawyer, the judge said that it is only MTP allows legal abortion up to 20 weeks. Judges said that we can only interpret the law, we cannot amend the law. So the government of India wrote to us that whether it is possible to amend the act and make it from 20 weeks to 24 weeks. We had the national consultations, we interacted with FOXY, with doctors, with state government, health department, government of India, and then say that the technology has advanced so much that if the child is having any chromosomal or any defect and hole in the heart, or the child is going to be unwelcomed and not going to survive, and the technology is so advanced, 24 weeks should not be a problem because by 22nd week, if it is detected, they also require 2 weeks to take opinion. Second opinion is also required. One opinion may be wrong of the doctor. They need to tell their family also, they look, this child is not, what a trauma on the mother. So all this requires another 15 days. So we are also thinking emotionally चेंजिंग सर्कमस्टेंसेस नहीं, लड़का है कैसे भी करके लाना है, लड़की है तो 12 वीक में भी. So they were saying that PCPNDT girl child ratio is also dropping down, it might affect. But PCPNDT we said that the prenatal diagnostic techniques as prevention, it is in 12th week only. Nobody will keep 24 weeks pregnancy and kill the girl child. If they want to kill the girl child, that is illegal. Then there has to be punishment. But then we have techniques to prevent that. They are illegal abortions and they are penalized, they are punishable. So I think that with this conclusion, I wish to extend my NCW support to anything which is necessary for creating awareness in the society. And please do help, because women's issues are manifold. Defense, self-defense is there. Then so many police stations awareness is there. So many things are there. Everything cannot be told here in 20 minutes. We are going to have a long association and let us work step by step. Thank you.